All in a call.
Wow. Look at his face. One of the best reactions we've seen so far. $7-5 off for Eriksson, and that is a limp. Andy Black shoves with Jack 3.
This time I have a good hand.
Sorry, what?
Eichhardt said Andy doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah. This is the
Why
moment.
is Eriksson saying he does, first of all? Second of all, yeah, not cool to say that.
Well, wait for it.
Don't make comments during the hand. It's really bad, yeah? You know?
I was just joking.
No, but it's not a joke, yeah?
Okay, you're right.
It's not a joke. It's not. It's the second time you've done that, right?
What?
You made a comment which could influence the pot, yeah?
Okay.
You can't do that. Oh, he doesn't have a good hand. You should know better than
You're
that,
right,
yeah?
you're right, Andy. I apologize.
Yeah, just don't do it again. I don't want an apology. Don't do it again.
Fair.
You're definitely right.
Yeah, it's okay. Just don't do it again. I know I know you forgot, but please don't forget again. Because it may affect the destination of this tournament, you know?
No, I felt the immediate I apologize.
It's okay.
Are we all friends again now? To be fair to Eichhardt, he did apologize. And also, let's not forget that like a couple of hands ago, Andy Black moved all in out of turn.
Don't do it again. Okay, so Thorson's re-raise was like bigger than the pot.
And it's all in and call. Andy Black at risk here.
He loves pocket nines, doesn't he? Weren't nines the hands he like moved all in out of turn with?
Correct.
Flop is 10, 5, deuce.
Heart would give him hope.
2 hearts.
So many sweaty turns. They have not hit the river. Will he get there this time?
The set for Thorson, the flush draw for Black. A heart would see him survive. The river is a heart. Unbelievable. How do you turn a set and still lose?
Andy doubles up.
Hate to see it.
Well played, sir.
Oh, and the rub down.
Very well played. I played like an absolute muppet.
Fair.
Lucky.
90, 9,100.
Speaking of muppets, William Thorson looks kind of like that eagle one.
I haven't re-raised you one time. You shoved it in with 90,000 when
I was just playing bad. I was sitting there thinking I'm not playing well. I'm sitting there not playing well.
How come you outplayed me when I was sticking 40,000 in the pot?
I know, I played worse. I played really bad. The poker gods were with me. There's no excuse for that kind of crap play for me. It's just bad play with him. I cracked, remind you.
I love the fact that Andy is completely self-aware of overplaying the hand, but William Thorson still feels the need to tell him how badly he played it.
And we're okay with a fold here, I think, Nick. I don't know stack sizes necessarily, but I think we can fold.
55 more? 50 more.
Doesn't look like it. Nope. I think we were still in the realm of, I just didn't want to get bullied out of this pot.
Yes, of course. And maybe sometimes the re-raises are so small that people are getting the right price. So that could also have been a possibility. And pretty bad flop. A flop that's going to favor a 3-better way more often.
Yeah, I mean, it just really comes down to at this point, you know, if he is the kind of player who's the player with 9-10, if he's the kind of guy who's going, I'm not going to get bullied in this pot, he's also probably likely going to be the guy that's going, well, if I thought he was bluffing pre, well, he must be bluffing now. You know, that kind of concept.
And to be fair, it was the era where sometimes the guy who 3-bets you is going to have 8-5 offsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's really interesting to note. On a serious note, you know, kind of just people didn't really have that kind of range because he's all in.
Well, this is a definite have to call. Just because I mock it doesn't mean it isn't right sometimes. But you absolutely called this, OP Nick. This is the kind of quote-unquote power poker we were used to seeing back in this era.
Yeah, I mean, and Peterson throughout this entire session has been the guy who's absolutely super concerned about every outcome, even in situations where he's the favorite. So, you know, it might just be enough. It just might be too much for him to try and reconcile. But really, the 9-10 shove. I mean, you know, if you have Ace Queen here, he actually gets it through.
Oh man, does he show it? Yeah, he does. Oh.
I actually called it on both fronts. I called the powerful.
That is good TV.
That's fantastic TV. I mean, and also that's the kind of stuff that we wanted in the early days of poker, right? That you know, that's what went on to inspire Grandma to make a PokerStars account, you know.
And we get a shove from one of the small stacks at the table. Petite shoving for his last 11.5K.
Was Petite shoving from the small?
Nope.
Would have been a triple threat.
Well, just Phil Ivey in the big blind, looking as interested as ever.
I think that early Ivy has some like Tom 1 tendencies with the looking around, mouth open.
That's so weird that you call them Tom Dwan tendencies. I would say Tom Dwan had Phil Ivey tendencies.
Yeah, that's true.
So Ivy calls the all-in with Ace-7.
He wants the dealer to turn the cards just a little more to the side.
Uh-oh.
Flops a gut shot.
See ya.
Wow.
Oh.
Dead to a chop.
Wait, you can hit a jack.
Oh, of course.
Straight.
A better straight. I just didn't think that was even a possibility because I never thought in a million years that the very first hand we would see of Phil Ivey on the EPT would be a hand where he lost.
When you said only a 7 would tell me I was going to lose that pot. I thought I was going to lose it when you said that. I didn't see. It's okay. Not your fault.
Phil taking out his frustration on the guy calling the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a gut shot for Grospellier here.
Meanwhile, Toth still ahead with second pair top kicker, 9-1 favourite on the turn.
It does strike me that the actions are a lot faster. I don't know if you're seeing the same thing from the previous seasons, James. Just this little sequence here, it was very quick. Check, 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 check. Or check, check, check. And then Elky was immediately reaching.
Yeah, and sometimes we don't know, Nick, if that's because it's an edit, as we see Elky river the straight here from 10% to 100%. But a lot of the time, that was the pace of play. There are some instances where we're on a wide shot and it literally goes check, bet, all in, fold. It's people did not hang about in those days.
Yeah. I mean, and also, if you've ever asked yourself, you know, how do I win like Elky? I think this is pretty much the answer. He gets ace queen of clubs all in for the win. He gets his queens all in for the win, and he's rivering gut shots in bloated pots.
So Toth with the decision as Elky moves all in. Just picking up on your point about TV shows, you've always said that broadcasters are always interested in the idea of showing the event live based on what they've seen from the edited highlights.
Yeah,
and when they actually witness the reality, they're like, no, just keep giving us the edited highlights, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
for a more mainstream audience, it's just not the way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like TV poker, all in a call.
Wow. Look at his face! One of the best reactions we've seen so far. Just, I can't believe he rivers the gut shot.
Wow. Oh, and that's gotta hurt when you hand over stacks like that.
Yeah, that is a sizable double up for Elky and a sizable blow to Richard Toth. Okay, so this, what we just saw there, Nick, may inform what happens next. The following hand is a key hand.
Okay.
Elky getting the action started with Jack-9 suited. Queen-9 of hearts for Richard Toth. Just a call, and yet again, Theo Jorgensen with aces. This is at least the third, if not the fourth time he's at aces at the final table. And he's not messing about, all in. 251,000. So what are you doing, Richard Toth's spot here, Nick?
I think I think you could Hollywood if you wanted to. I'm not one in that category, but I think the fold is probably usually good here. Queen high is very rarely going to be the best hand.
Theo, I think I have to trust in my instincts.
I think I have to trust in my instincts.
It's as if you've got nothing.
So Richard Toth's instincts tell him that Theo has nothing and he has to call with queen high. Oh, premature celebration from Theo Jorgensen fans on the rail.
I mean, I think they're to blame if this goes awry.
Wrong instinct this time, but it happens to me.
10, 4,
Yeah, I was
7.
like,
It happens to me.
10, 4, 7.
Oh, it's just one of those, isn't it? It's one of those.
Oh, that's all right for Theo. I mean, could you have a sweatier turn card? Up and down, flush draw. The river is a heart, and that is the flush for Toth. And that is Theo Jorgensen KO'd in fourth place. All because Richard Toth went with his instinct, was wrong, and got lucky. I imagine many of you have seen that hand before. It is a classic. And look at Theo's face. Has his opponent exactly where he wants him. And then that happens.